Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the day's so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the day's so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry, so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth, where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Happy Monday, everybody, and a very happy one here at Shenandoah University's Esports Arena. We got some Rocket League coming right up, and not just one game of Rocket League, Will. We got a total of 3 games happening between our varsity and our academy rosters. We're very excited to get into the final week of the NACE season today.
Yeah, it should be an absolute blast. We have 2 games coming out of the varsity roster, and then we also have Academy playing a game at the same time, so good luck to them. They unfortunately will not be on stream, but hopefully we'll be able to get some updates for you guys regarding that as we get closer and closer to the end.
Yeah, as I said, this is the last week of NACE competition for our varsity team. Our academy team still has a little bit more to go since they're in that quote-unquote Varsity Plus division, where Varsity Premier, I know it's very confusing, Varsity Premier is where our Varsity Rocket League team plays, and this will be the final 2 games of their season, so very excited to get into those. Of course, we'll show you those familiar faces. You know them, you love them. We're starting 3, Kiazi, Eliminate, and Mango, working together 3 seasons now, coming up on rounding out that 3rd one. Currently 1-4 within the regular season, and I think today, Will, especially talking to them and their coach, seems to be a good vibes kind of heading into these.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I see. What you want to see when you're towards the back of the pack in terms of standings. So really a great chance to improve the team morale. Really work on several concepts that you want to continue into the next season. Because it's very important to keep the mental going into what could be having the team at another point in time. Because if you don't, you run the risk of losing the team.
And it's not like these guys are going anywhere.
No.
Again, they're basically attached at the hip. You see them in here practicing all the time. It's like they were before today's match. And I'll take a bit of a look into their opponents, though. First game will be against Montevallo University, also 1-4. And just to round it out, just to be nice and convenient for us, they'll be playing Cleary, another 1-4 team, for their second matchup. The one thing that Shenandoah and Montevallo have in common, though, both of their wins have come from playing against WVWC so far. So from what we can see, and similar results across the board, on paper, these 2 teams can start out on an even foot. And it's really, I'm curious how the Hornets are going to perform, because we just came off a fall break. We had an extensive bit of time where teams had to regroup, and the last NACE game that was played was against Blinn College, and that was a 2-3 heartbreaking loss for this team. And this is really the week for them to start to bounce back from that.
Yeah, it really is. And when you're playing teams that are same level as you, as we see with the 1-4 record, it's very important that you get off to a strong start. Rocket League, of course, you can afford to do that because this is one of the few esports where one game could be completely different than the other, whereas compared to stuff like Overwatch, which I know you're very familiar with, it just kind of tends to snowball. But sometimes
there's a lot of like reset points.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but with Rocket League, it's each match is just you could have 5-0 and then be 0-5.
Exactly.
Like you can never really truly predict the way the matches are going to go. So I'm excited to see what happens with Shenandoah today.
1000% depends on the day, and will it be the Hornets day? That's what we're going to find out. I did hear it was a bit of a tough warm-up scrim. Played a team that was a lot above their skill level, so a lot of things, one of the most common sayings that we see is you get better by playing teams that are at a higher skill level, right? So they're coming into this nice and warm, ready for pretty much anything that Montevallo can throw at them. I'm mainly looking at this guy right here, Eliminathan.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of the season, or at least the great performances that I've seen from the Hornets have started from this guy. If he's having a good day, if he's just tearing it up in the midfield, working on this offense that he's been kind of striving towards improving all season, it's going to be awesome for the Hornets. It really is a good pillar for Kiazi and Mango to fall back on.
Yeah, it really is. And seeing the growth that Eliminate has had over the years in terms of Rocket League has been really great to see. I mean, all the players have really improved. But Eliminate, I think, has had the highest amount of growth, and would be, if I could give out awards, he would definitely be my most improved player this year.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely phenomenal all year. Really been a backbone everywhere on the pitch, whether that be offensively, defensively, setting up teammates, whatever. He's been great on that. And look and just seeing the players when we had the cams on. They were all smiling. Fights are good. They're ready to go. They're locked in.
They are. It's a little bit quieter in here than usual. I think that these games are important to them because they are the last ones of the NACE season. I don't believe it is possible for the Hornets to qualify for the playoffs or the LCQ at this point, but you still want to end on a good note. Montevallo, and of course clearly later down the line, 2 very winnable games that are going to put this team to a test. Show us the improvements that they've been working towards all season long. Eliminate just one of the players who has taken great steps forwards. Griffin Mango has been consistent as always, and Kiazi himself has really been working on stepping it up in that offensive end. This is a team that wants to attack, that wants to get in your face. We gotta see what kind of fire they're gonna bring today.
Yeah, definitely seeing them adopt a more aggressive approach as the season has kind of progressed. We see them get more comfortable being able to challenge for these boosts, going for these 50-50s, boost starving other teams, really controlling the pace of the match. Now if they can just find a little bit consistency to that, I think they'll be set up in a really good position for the spring season, whether that be NACE or whatever. But they've been seeing them kind of adapt and change their strategy over the season. It's been really interesting to watch because typically I've seen Shenandoah Rocket League teams kind of play more methodical and laid back and try and wait the counterattack, but see something aggressive, it's really nice and refreshing to see.
All right, even you think back to the very start of this season, this was like one of the most offensive teams that you could really find out there. They're confident in their ability to kind of lock down this goal, and there's nothing wrong in that. Defense can win in games, but if you don't have the offense to go along with it to get you that far ahead, then it isn't going to do you nearly as much good as you'd like. So it really has been a treat to see their adaptation, their growth, kind of going all together, accumulating into this sort of final week. We've kind of brought it up all season that you're working towards the one thing. You want to make it to the postseason. You want to set yourself up further. While you can't achieve it this time around, it does show the constant effort and time that you are putting in towards this team.
Yeah, and that is really, I would say, the most important aspect of a team game as well, is to make sure not only that you're improving, but your teammates are improving and you're helping propel them forward as we get ready to load into the game here on Champions Field. A nice good old flyover there as we got map 1 coming towards you guys next.
Yep, game number 1 here, both Montevallo and Shenandoah at 1-4 records. We'll have to see how that will play out towards the end of this last week of NACE season. With the Hornets kicking off game number 1 here. It'll be Lego, the bank towards the back right side of the field, trying to get a setup for NK2. That one will be thwarted immediately. Aggressive right off the bat. We know Mango was getting down quite a bit earlier, wants to take that out on his teammates, and he's just all over the feet at the moment.
Yeah, really aggressive start here from Shenandoah. Mango with the early bump, but we do see Montevallo start off with this offensive pressure in the end of SU, so Shenandoah trying to clear this out. But right now, Montevallo just doing a great job of contesting everything Shenandoah is putting up.
Yeah, it's been mainly Orange team in the offensive control. It's another shot from NK2. Has had quite a few of these slow pace, kind of just little dances with the ball on the front bumper. Hasn't really amounted to too much so far. There's one thing that the Hornets have found themselves struggling with all season. It's been finding a way to change the tides between defense towards offense. We know that they can pull it together when it goes in front of the net, but how can you break through this midfield line that Montevallo set up?
Yeah, dangerous opportunity there, and NK2 puts it in the back of the net, and Shenandoah finds themselves down.
And see, that's what. Yeah, and like that's kind of the plays that we're talking about. When Montevallo, Shenandoah, they thought that they had cleared it. They all started to push up, but there was one opportunity they missed, and that was in Lego. Had the set, or excuse me, it was Spooky Kuno who had the setup, NK2, to bury it into the back of the net. And it's those kind of things you constantly need to be on guard for. It's another shot from Kuno, an unlucky hit from Shenandoah right off of this back, and it was just a read. Look at that, Kuno on top of it. It'll be an 0-2 start for the Hornets.
Yeah, and just a missed rotation there, it seems, by Shenandoah. No one there on the back post, and the players smiling. They know they messed up. They know that they've got it back, and they'll be able to get another one back. But rocky start here from Shenandoah as we see a demo come out from Kiazi. Great save, though, and Montevallo got to try and hold this lead, it seems, for the time being.
MK2 flip up over Mango, looking for Lego, couldn't get it, was Kiazi. Found himself in the middle of things. 2v1 in his corner, and somehow Mango managed to throw it right over both of Montevallo's players, but it's the setup. Look at these little drops that they're leaving mid-air, not even bothering to take the 50s. Shenandoah used to be super good at contesting these, but haven't opted to take them today. Yeah. They're playing this more reactive sort of play style for now, but that's the time where it will be paid off. Montevallo let the pace slow down too much. They forgot Kiazi coming to strike.
Yeah, really trying. he's locked and ready with whatever that was. But no, really just a great job by Kiazi to take advantage of a missed clear by Montevallo. Puts it in the back of the net. Now Shenandoah is within barking distance of the of Montevallo.
And that's kind of the thing. The Hornets want to play slow. They're not letting Montevallo just accelerate this pace as much as they want it to. You're taking your time. You're playing it safe, and it's things like that that'll come off. I heard a good hello from the back of from outside the mics there, and that's well deserved. Look at this angle on Kiazi. He got right over NK2.
Wow. Barely sneaks into the back of the net. Great control in the air and great awareness to put that ball in the back of the net. And Kiazi single-handedly now has brought this game back to an even 2-2 with 3 minutes. There's still plenty of time left in this one for both these teams to get the show underway. But right now,
Kiazi! You know what? Hey. He got 2 on the board. He got 2 on the board. You can have a bit of whip.
He's allowed to misplay, I guess, after a couple goals, you know. But great job there by Lego to put that in the back of the net. Another tight angle right there. That was not an easy finish at all.
No, and I honestly think that Kiazi thought that ball would be tipped up higher. A lot of players will try to go for that since it's harder to go up than it is down. But in that situation, Lego got a little window that they were able to work with. Montevallo reclaiming that lead, and I want to have Hornets any more leeway. It was a shot on goal. Maybe another one from Kiazi. It goes a little bit wide there. Ningo keeping this in some sort of Hornets offense for the time being. Montevallo trying to find some sort of touch that can disrupt these passing plays, but it's Kiazi himself steps a little bit too far over bounds, forcing a retreat.
Yeah, and it seems like both these teams are really trying to take the aggressive approach, but with the amount of goals that we've seen, it seems that they're trying to get too aggressive, and they miss on a lot of defensive rotations. So maybe seeing that get shored up as we see another offensive opportunity get squandered there for Shenandoah. And that looked like that was going in for a second. Sorry, I thought that was going to go in. But Kiazi with a great save.
Yeah, there's Mango. The bank down to the orange half of the pitch. Eliminate, and some of the first touches he's gotten all game. Looking for connection on Mango midfield, but he doesn't quite have the boost that he needs to swing that ball on home. Kind of dancing around in front of the orange net. Kuno got things under wraps, but it's Mango on the reception. Shenandoah showing a little bit of this midfield hold that we like to see, but unfortunately that touch will break through.
Yeah, right now, really just a game of back and forth between these two teams. No one really able to fully clear it into the other's end, as we see Mango now try and push some offense for Shenandoah, but right now he's just getting stopped at halfway, and great defense right now by Montevallo, trying to hold this lead, trying to keep this 1-goal advantage with just over 1 minute left.
Kiazi's been dominating the offense for Shenandoah right now, but Mango, a little bit of word on the action, can't quite get there, and I think that's the difference. Montevallo, each of their players, 1 goal apiece, very team-based in terms of their passing and the way that their ball is connecting, versus Shenandoah. They're just trying to give Kiazi these opportunities. He's been playing well. He's been hot today. Why not run with it while you still can? Question is, you got about 40 seconds remaining. Is that going to be enough to push it over? Yeah, time indeed running out for Shenandoah in this one. Dangerous ball in front. Is someone going to capitalize on that?
Oh, what a save by Kiazi! And now offensive counterattack for Shenandoah. What can they do with this? Montevallo trying to clear it back on the other side, and that's a dangerous ball towards Shenandoah.
Bingo! What is that? Ball stood so still in front of the net. It was just begging someone to tap it in, but somehow Mango got his hands on it before everyone else and keeps Shenandoah at a 1-goal lead with 10 seconds remaining. That's not going to matter so much at all. NK2 dancing with this ball. All 3 players of the Hornets trapped in front of the goal. They got to get this ball off the ground sometime soon. Mango gets the hit, but there's no Hornets player there to receive, and it'll be a Montevallo Game 1 win. Yeah, really great game there by both teams. A little bit of a little shaky defensively, but still a lot of great points to come out of that match for both teams. Offensively, Montevallo seemed to play really well as a team, being there to cover for each other's mistakes, take advantage of these loose balls and put them in the back of the net. I think something we noticed as this game went on is the pace of the
Yes.
game. How fast the ball was moving, how fast the cars, everything about the game sped up. And usually this does happen in game one sometimes. You're
Yeah.
trying to get a feel for the other
Feeling out
team.
period.
Exactly. You want to know like what their strategies are, how you want to kind of move around that. So we started out very slow before we kind of took that big pace up, and that's where the Hornets started to struggle, right?
Yeah.
They purposefully slowed that game down because it gives them more time to think. It's a lot easier to play in a slow game like that, and Kiazi, he was all for it. If I had to pick an MVP from game one, at least for the Hornets side, 1000% that guy.
Easily.
He was anywhere that you needed him to be.
Yeah, really just taking advantage of, as you said, the slower pace that Montevallo tried to implement. And then after Kiazi got 2, they were like, okay, yeah, we can't play slow anymore, and just went full send. Both teams just going back and forth, back and forth. Montevallo does edge that out with a 1-goal victory. So I expect to see more fast-paced action here in game number 2.
Yeah, Montevallo were doing a lot better, too, when it came towards finding these aerial connections and overall contesting these 50s. And that's something that the Hornets are going to have to figure out how to counteract here in game 2, how to fresh breath. The little words with the coach here, see what changes they put in place.
Yeah, and meanwhile, that's a dangerous ball right in front of the goal. Mango almost putting that in the back of the net. But we already saw a demo again off rip, and then another one right there. So this is going to be some explosive action, pun intended there.
Mango's bloodthirsty today. My goodness, something got into him between this last game. Someone took his Dr. Pepper away, so he just can't have it anymore. Apparently, we'll get bumped away from that ball, though. Montevallo working on trying to get some of this defensive cleared. Kuno just had to stare down with Kiazi. Didn't matter too much in the long end of the game, but already this ball has spent a lot more time in the orange half of the pitch, which is a stark difference from game 1.
Yeah, but you got to be careful that you don't mess up these defensive rotations as well if you are Shenandoah going hyper-offensive. Elam is there to stop that shot. Great save right there, and now Shenandoah can try and begin a counterattack. Fantastic clearance by SU.
Yeah, so far, but again, like I'm looking at how a lot of these 50s are shaping out, and Montevallo, vast majority of the time, have had the better touch. They've had the better connection on the ball and have made a difference in the long run, or just things like this where Lim runs out of boost mid-play. Some small misreads like that give room for the orange team to come in and make something happen out of this play.
Yeah, and really controlling the pace of the game with boost is the strategy I want to see Shenandoah try and implement in this one. You're playing an opponent that is on the same level as you in terms of record-wise. So I would like to see Shenandoah try to control the pace. Meanwhile, dangerous ball in front gets cleared out by SU.
And dangerous ball. Defensive rotations have never been the strong suit of the Hornets, but for now, it seems to be going A-OK. Montevallo, though, just a little bit faster to get to the ball. Kiazi, nice save right above the crossbar. He's been having to work overtime on this defense just to make sure Montevallo can't get a play, but he just can't do it all. The rest of the Hornets players were rotating back. All the meanwhile, while it's NK2 finding Lego on the pass.
Yeah, and just a great attempt there by Shenandoah, but unfortunately not a big enough clearance to deal with that offensive pressure, and Montevallo finally cracks through the fortress that is Shenandoah's defense. And now Shenandoah finds themselves on the back foot, but still plenty of time left in this one. 250 is more than enough time to get a goal, maybe 2, or who knows, maybe even 3.
Hey, you never know. I actually really don't. Kiazi has cooled down a little bit more on this game. Now they just control the ball. See if we can make something happen with it. Will be a trade on the demos, so he's just a currently fireball. It's okay. Give him a couple seconds. He'll be right back into the action. Kuno instead has been a major offensive player for Montevallo so far, finding these passes up to Lego. More on that assisting role, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's worked out in dividends for the orange team.
I was going to say, roles only matter as long as your team finds success.
Oh, the bump!
And meanwhile, great bump there by Montevallo, but gets stopped by Shenandoah. And now, offensive counterattack maybe going to be coming out from SU, who knows, as they're unable to clear the ball, so it will definitely stay in Shenandoah's end for now.
I like a lot of the bump plays that Montevallo are going for, especially on the defense. Shenandoah, again, very solid when it comes to marking this goal and kind of these more defensive moments. Montevallo has been struggling with it. Literally take a piece out of the equation, does that for a limb, tap off the backboard almost, a double click. That will stay far away from the Hornets' neck for the time being. Montevallo still pressing the attack. Kuno up to NK2. It's Mango who went out that touch. Nice hit from a limb to give Shenandoah a bit of a breathing room.
Yeah, and really close to being a great double tap goal there by Montevallo. But unfortunately just doesn't find the back of the net. But Montevallo is taking such an aggressive approach this game. We have seen so many demos within the last minute trying to show how they're trying to get Shenandoah off their game, mess up their defensive rotations, and punish them for not having those proper rotations.
And both these teams have set up the physicality in this game number 2, but it's only Montevallo who holds the goal for this sole 4 minutes of gameplay. With one remaining, though, that one is going to leave a mark. Rolls right from downfield. Everyone caught out of rotation. It'll be Montevallo going up to 2.
Yeah, great job there finding the gap in the Shenandoah defense, putting it in the back of the net. Now doubling your lead with under a minute left is pretty good, I would say. So great job there by Montevallo as they try and secure game number 2 victory. Shenandoah needs a goal soon to get back into the score.
Yeah, the Hornets have been rather quiet since Kiazi has been, but that's a goal line save in and back out. Mango holding on for dear life right there. I mean, the Hornets, ever since Montevallo has gotten that first goal, have struggled to come up with any form of response. It was all Kiazi game number 1, but since he's been silenced, there hasn't really been this major step up, that major offensive pressure even, that we saw from the first minute and a half of this game. It's all gone down, and Montevallo look more and more confident. It's off to these shots from Mango now. He's going into survival mode, trying to make a difference.
Yeah, it really is, and Shenandoah running out of time in this one. 10 seconds left. It is not looking good if you are a Shenandoah fan, and now I think we're at the point of no return. Montevallo will take game number 2 and improve to a 2-0 on the day for the series. Still not completely over yet.
Nope, absolutely not. Montevallo on match points, one away from winning their second game of the season. And I gotta say, they've looked pretty good while they've been doing it. A lot of the times it comes down to their ability to find each other on the field. Shenandoah, they take a more reactive approach, which can work in some sense. But there's been moments where the Hornets find themselves so far behind that they're constantly playing catch up. You have to find a way to get more boost. Oh shoot, I didn't take that 50, so I have to figure out where this ball's heading, and these reads just haven't been going the way for the Hornets. But that's so unusual, because think of how this first minute and a half of a game started and how that kind of changed as we looked throughout the rest of the game. Yeah,
and I think it's really come down to the fact that they just look disconnected on offense. The team play's not really there, and I think the demos is really throwing a wrench in their plans right now. It's setting them, it's messing them up, taking them off their game that they're so used to, and generating offense from each other. And hopefully we'll get to see them adjust, because you're running out of time to adjust. We're in game 3.
Hey, game 5, not uncommon territory for the Hornets, but it's never ideal. They now are in a place where if Shenandoah wants to take their second win, you have to win the next 3 games in a row. And honestly, Will, I don't think that they're far off from it.
No.
We know that they're capable. We saw it from the first part of that game 1. They very well can have an offensive presence and can work as a team, but that slowly started to peter off. It's not as consistent as they would like it to be. It's not that they lack the ability to do so. You just have to figure out a way to make it more constant. Montevallo found an answer with their physicality, both the bumps and the demos. Shenandoah will now have one more chance to figure out an answer.
Yeah, and every game has been really close in this series, so I don't think it's out of the question to speculate a reverse sweep. I mean, game 1 by 1 goal, game 2 by 2. Very easy margins when we're talking about in terms of being able to come back from. So I wouldn't say it's out of the question that Shenandoah could pull off a reverse sweep. I'm not going to put all my chips on that just quite yet, though. Let's worry about this next map.
You gotta give us something to work off of first. But I do believe in these guys. I do believe they are taking a bit of a timeout right now. So they're standing up, getting some fresh air, taken a deep breath, and this is big. When you're down 0-2, and this is a team really with any sort of competition, when you're down, your backs are up against the wall. From a mentality standpoint, it's hard to maintain a positive outlook on the rest of your games and go into this with a fresh mindset. So I think this is a great call from Qualark, their coach, to physically make them get up from their chairs and go outside and just chill. Calm down. You still are in this game. In fact, you have another game that you're going to play pretty shortly after this one concludes. So, Hornets, far from done with Rocket League for the day today, and let's see if they got anything else left in the tank for us.
Yeah, and as the kids say, lock in. Showing my age there, but no, it's not like they're being completely outclassed either. Every game just feels like a back and forth. I think they just need to find that last little touch, that last little sprinkle of magic to get that ball in the back of the net and keep it out. Because it just feels like most of the goals that Montevallo is scoring, it's just missed rotations. No one's back on the back post fast enough. So I don't know if it's a boost issue. I don't know if it's a team communication issue. But hopefully this break will allow them to figure out what needs to be changed in regards to this match.
Yeah. And another thing that's kind of I touched on this a little bit before we went into our game today, is when this team does well, it's often when we see Eliminathan come to shine, and he just hasn't been as present as we're used to seeing him. So I'm also hoping that after this break that he too can start to figure out where he can fit in to place at these games. We do know very well that it's not like any of these guys are incapable. I don't think that there is this massive skill differential between these two teams. I think the Hornets just had a rough start. They got to warm up. I just heard some sort of animalistic shout from behind me.
Hey, they're hyped and ready. Yeah, they're hyped and ready. I think, I think they got their daily dose of Dr. Pepper right there.
Yeah,
they're locked in and ready to go. I mean, I was not expecting to hear that from behind myself after hearing a team come back from an 0-2 mental break. But hey, that's always a good sign if you're able to come back from a mental break sounding like that.
You got positive vibes? Well, Kazi's just the guy to do it.
The definition of positive vibes.
He's a bit of a wild card sometimes, but in moments like that, that's exactly what you want for your team. So, hey, Kazi, keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing, and hey, that may very well be the turning point for the Hornets here.
Yeah, it definitely could be, and I think kind of resetting is the right play call here from Qualark.
Yep.
Definitely needed. We hear them clapping it up behind me. I don't know if the mic's picking up on that, but no, I think, as you said, there's not a big skill gap between these two teams. It seems fairly even, and so I think maybe just kind of collectively taking a step back, looking at the past two games and say, what did we do wrong? How can we change what we're doing to better adapt and find success in the future?
To be completely frank with you here, Will, Shenandoah, this is not their best, and they know it's not their best. They can do better, and this is going to be the game. I can feel it. You come in, you have your victory shout, and you got a demo. Unfortunately, it is on Tamango. Fireworks are going off. That's the point.
What did all right, can we get a score prediction from you, Molly, for this one?
Score prediction? I'm not saying any. I'm not about to be the one who cast this game.
Curse. I always forget that. That's the thing. I always do score predictions when I'm not casting. So, but I forget casting curse is a very real thing.
Hey, it could be higher for the Hornets. Kiazi already has 2 shots in 20 seconds.
And a goal.
He's feeling it. There you go. We wanted to see the step up from a limb. We wanted to see this increased team play on offense. Both of those have happened, and it's not even been 30 seconds.
Yeah, and great job by Yalim finding that shot, really chasing the ball in the back of the net, and great job to be there when his team needs it the most. 30 seconds in, Shenandoah finds a goal. Great job there. Mental reset. Looking like it's paying dividends right now for them as they continue this pressure.
Hey, you're going in. Like, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. Well, you back it up. You get the positive mentality. It's a hit off the backboard. And with Mango to set the blow on home. My goodness. Like, look at this. These are the centers that Shenandoah have been looking for the entire time. And now they're finding them in Game 3.
Yeah, and Mango beating out 2 Montevallo players to put that ball in the back of the net. Great job there to be proactive and put that in the back. And now Shenandoah finds themselves up 2-0 in this one. And right now, night and day is the analogy. What was that?
That K2 just did a dive bomb down into the turf. Not sure why, but you know what? It was kind of fun to watch. So
Is this turf?
I don't know. It looks grassy. It's the color of grass, and it moves. I'm calling it turf.
Yeah, it's probably turf.
Call it everyone. If it was grass, it'd probably be dead because
Yeah.
fire. So I don't know. That's just kind of where we're going with
Fire.
it. But speaking of fire, I think Mango's on fire.
Yeah, really great job there by Mango, taking advantage of a poor defensive clearance and really making use of the ball and putting it in the back of the net and giving Shenandoah even more comfortable lead. And this is what I talked about before the match, Molly. Is it just how much variance there is in Rocket League matches? Shenandoah was down 2-0, and now all of a sudden 3-0 up in this one, and
Mango again!
getting the hat trick. All right, Mango.
All right. I don't even know what he said, but
three.
it was
He yelled
something.
three.
Oh, yelled 3. Yeah, well, there you go. It is the number 3. We can count that high. That's the most goals Shenandoah has scored in, well, I think in most of the games that I've casted for them so far, especially uncontested. It's on Montevallo now. Shenandoah, they found their second win, and they are sailing it to better places. What happened to Montevallo? They haven't been getting as aggressive. They can't find these bumps because of how fast the Hornets are moving now. They realize the slow type of gameplay hasn't been working. They changed it up, and it's working out.
And Shenandoah looks like a completely different team after coming in after this mental reset. Mango has just become a man possessed, putting 3 goals in the back of the net of this one. Kiazi now trying to get Montevallo off their defensive rotations with that demo. And right now, Shenandoah in a very comfortable spot, but they want more. They're hungry for more, Molly.
A bit clear from Montevallo, though. Guna's trying to maintain some sort of control, but this time the Hornets have had plenty of time to rotate on back. The demo comes slightly too late to make anything out of it, and it's Kuno instead who has to tap it up. It's Kiazi at the ready. Can anyone get there? No, they can't. Kiazi gets his one.
Kiazi with a great goal right there takes advantage again of a Montevallo messed up clearance. I feel like that's been the game plan. Montevallo just can't clear that ball in time, and Shenandoah has done fantastic of capitalizing on these mistakes defensively, and we see Shenandoah bump themselves a little bit. Almost another goal coming off the kickoff, but a little bit of a miscommunication there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you make it work. That's a bit of a whiff, though. It's going to be on Mangos to do this while driving backwards. Does have the angle, though. Montevallo had we're trying to break his ankles. Can't quite do that since you're driving a car. Not sure how that works. An equivalent. Kiazi, though,
Axles.
looking for a second. That is now his 6th shot of the game. Fortunately, doesn't come up with the result that he wants. And look how fast Montevallo. They're trying to match the Hornets' pace and catch them off guard, but they've learned from past mistakes.
Yeah, and instead of ankles, it would be...
Oh, the bump!
Oh, what a
There
goal!
it is. Okay.
Lego able to put that in the back of the map. And going back on what you said earlier about ankles, it would be actually axles, breaking axles
there you
instead. Because we are dealing with cars. But great job there to take advantage of that shot by their teammate, and Lego puts it in the back of the net.
Mango just got bulldozed out of the way from saving that.
He got manhandled.
Yeah, this is how Montevallo have been dominating the control of this series so far, is plays such as that one. They haven't been going for these insane sort of mechanical dips. They've just been trying to disrupt the defense, and it's worked out so far, but you're going to have to do some more extreme things like that. The timing was perfect, but it's not easy to do, especially when Mango answers right back.
And Mango letting himself be heard right now. 4 goals to his name in this game, and he is locked and loaded, and he is ready to rumble with whoever and whenever. It does not matter. Mango puts it in the back of the net yet again, and Shenandoah 5-goal advantage back in front with 1:30 left.
It's like night and day from this team. I want to know what was said between that break. What actually happened?
Promised them unlimited Dr. Pepper, I think.
I mean, clearly. It must have been some insane motivational speech to have a turnaround of this degree. I mean, Montevallo has still been putting up these shots. These passes, a great one, but Mango meets it there before the ball has time to connect properly. He's Montevallo. They gotta start playing aggressive. You cannot let Mango just be driving over you. He's a man on fire.
Goodness.
I tell ya, that's now his 5th of the game.
A man possessed yet again. I mean, my goodness, Mango, tough angle as well, and Montevallo just too late to adapt to that shot. and they're not unable to stop it from getting the back net. And now Shenandoah completes the touchdown and the extra point in this one.
Wow. What a thing. We're talking football one way, Rocket League the other. Kiazi has had the same amount of shots, or actually more than Mango, just hasn't had the same type of goals. Don't necessarily need it though. This is a great spot for the Hornets to be in. It's dang near impossible for Montevallo to come back at this sort of point. And well, this isn't an uncommon thing to see Mango just play lights out whenever Shenandoah are down. Like, he knows. He takes it to heart. He takes it personally. And even in times like that where, again, rotations were cut off, Montevallo had the better control of the pace. You have enough of a cushion to fall back on.
Yeah, and really just an unfortunate miss there on defense. Elim trying to be like, who was that? You guys didn't see that goal happen, but still, great job there by Montevallo to be in the right position and put that one in the back of the net. And now Shenandoah 30 seconds away from taking this game number 3 and sending us to game number 4. And then potentially, you think reverse sweep is going to be in the mind of Montevallo?
Hey, it's always there, somewhere, somehow, but you definitely don't want it to be at the forefront, especially when you're the team on the match point. In number 3, though, looking just as good as over. Montevallo had a couple points towards the tail end here. Signs of life, signs that they're still here to fight, but it's all blue and red. And game number 3, Shenandoah get themselves on the board.
Yeah, and really just a fantastic job of adjusting to what compared to the first game, because just some rough, tough losses in those games 1 and 2, and then Shenandoah goes out and says, "All right, we're gonna take our legally allowed 5-minute break, go outside, reset," and then they come through and they look like a completely different team. I mean, the stark contrast between the team from games 1 and 2 to that past match is just mind-boggling.
And that's what I said too, as I'm like, it's not like this team's getting out skill matched, and they know that this isn't their best look. It was not at the first part of this series. This is the Hornets. This is the team that we know, and they are performing on a much better level than they were previously. You just needed a bit of a break, a bit of a reset to get there. And I do want to point, you never want to get overconfident in these type of situations, because it ain't over until it's over, right? Very good point. Not only is this how Shenandoah had their powerful reset, Montevallo now have the same opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and the term in NFL is any given Sunday, but I guess in our case it's going to be any given Monday. So definitely cannot rest on your laurels too much. Of course, take the momentum and put it forward to this game, but don't get ahead of yourself just because you won by 6 goals, or 5 goals, excuse me. You still have 1, maybe 2 more games left to play in this series, so definitely not a guaranteed thing as we head into game number 4 here.
Hey, if you're Montevallo, there's one thing you're banking on. It's you're hoping Mango has cooled the heck down, and I can tell you he has not. The save using his own crossbar to his advantage. That was frame perfect.
That was almost disgusting from Montevallo. What a great job. Tried to go for the flip reset, but elected to switch it to the pinch last second. And meanwhile, just a great job by Shenandoah to start a counterattack in their favor. I want to see Mango really take this offensive approach in this one, as that just barely squeaks past the far post.
Oh, Mango still feeling it. You don't just score 5 goals in 1 game and come down from that high immediately. That's what we're talking about, though. When we saw Montevallo, when they started to succeed, it was off of these bumps that they were taking. We just seen both Elim and Mango replicate that very strategy. Hornets turning the tides on their opponents, 1 touch at a time. Mango out to Kiazi, but the ball just kind of falls right where it's easily received.
Yeah, Mango trying to get a shot from his own half onto the target, but just a little bit too high there. And now it is Shenandoah's time to go back on defense, but Mango actually beating that ball halfway and is getting an offensive opportunity for SU. And right now, that's a dangerous shot that just barely gets stopped by Montevallo. I don't know if that was going in, though, even if they didn't touch it.
Another one on fire from Kiazi. While doesn't necessarily land, Shenandoah certainly showed us so far that they got momentum on their side, and they aren't going to let that fall away. Montevallo, though, have also taken advantage of the switch between games 3 and 4. Now letting the Hornets run away with this massive early lead. It's still anyone's game.
And right now, this game kind of reminds me of the way Game 1 was played. Back and forth between both these teams. But it's the second part of that when everything was fast-paced, high-flying action. Meanwhile, a great goal by Mango. What a finish that is. Mango puts that in the back of the net, and Shenandoah takes the lead, and Mango's keeping this hot streak going. How did that go in?
It was an awkward pinch from Montevallo's defenders, perhaps a slight miscommunication there.
Wow.
Oh, Mango, nasty little carry there from him, and what a way for the Hornets to get themselves on the board here in game number 4. That's certainly one. It's going to leave you feeling happy for a minute, but you got to be careful. Can't be too happy. Montevallo firing some shots into their own, but it's Mango again with another save. They have one for NK2. No, they do not. Montevallo fire away relentlessly and eventually get the one they came for.
Great follow-up there by NK2 to be in the right position at the right time and put that ball in the back of the net. And ladies and gentlemen, we are right back to square one with a 1-1 score, but still over half the time remaining in this one, so still so much Rocket League to be played. Let's see who comes out on top in this one.
Montevallo have been pretty close to answer to any sort of big play that the Hornets have had so far. That last goal, no different. I see if they can make a play on their own, though, without being put on a deficit. It'll be Kuno. Players of Montevallo on a rotation backwards, just opting to let Shenandoah have a little bit of time in the orange part of the field. Not making any decisive moves as Mango beats NK2 towards the ball. Limno, awkward touch. It results in Montevallo moving this ball closer to the midfield.
Yeah, and right now Shenandoah is doing a great job of keeping the ball in these half of Montevallo, but now they're going to try and counterattack against SU, but that is one thing I have noticed since the break has kind of gone away. Shenandoah has done a much better job of keeping the ball in Montevallo's half, keeping up and being relentless on offense, and it's found success. Well, it found success in the last game, but meanwhile, Montevallo has kind of adjusted well to it in this game 4, and because right now it is neck and neck. I mean, you could, with the amount of anticipation in this game, you could feel the tension in the air.
And a lot rides on this game for Montevallo. Their second win of the season for Shenandoah. A chance at a reverse sweep, a chance at a game 5. Not much time to really decide it. Both of these teams remaining at this even 1-1, but it's NK2 with a hit, and there's no one there to cover. NK2, wonderful placement into that back right corner.
Yeah, and really just a great attempt to try and stop that shot. Elim just a hair too late. And NK2 doing a great job of putting that ball in the back of the net. And now, 1 minute remains. Montevallo trying to secure the win here, and both these teams hunting for their second win of the season.
NK2 has really stepped it up here in game number 4 for Montevallo. Both the points going to their name, but most of it has been this sort of solo work in a way, finding these top corners often the trickiest to get a defensive block on. There's another shot from NK2, Lim barreling his way down from the crossbar. Make sure it doesn't go in.
Yeah, and Mango trying to get that boost, but he just quite can't. And Lego trying to put the nail in the coffin for Shenandoah. Still a little bit of time, so they're not down and out completely yet, but great finish there by Lego to take advantage of Shenandoah's defensive rotation and put that ball in the back of the net, and now 2-goal advantage with 30 seconds left.
Kuno straight up drop-shipped that ball to Lego. An incredible play from Montevallo. Arguably the best goal we've seen all game long. Mango almost with a double tap. Oh, the Hornets, they've been close so many times, Will, but none of it has converted the way that they want to. And with those double demos, the door is wide open. There's only a limb remaining, and he gets the block, but doesn't have the help to secure it through. It'll be Kuno. That one right there is the nail in the coffin for the Hornets.
Yeah, and really just a great job by Montevallo to just take out both of the other rotators and leave Elim all alone with those demos, and puts the ball in the back of the net. And now it seems like for certain Montevallo will be walking away with their second win of the season, improving to 2-4 on the year.
Yeah, wonderful game out of Montevallo. Wonderful team plays across the board. You'll love to see it in Collegiate Rocket League. But I'll go ahead and do it for our first game of the night. The Hornets fall just short of a victory today. They still got one more match. And I gotta say, Will, this could have turned out very, very differently. Even if they're upset right now, you have to acknowledge the improvements that took place between the first and second half of the series.
Yeah, and it really, I think, just comes down to the hole that was dug by them in the first couple games. Definitely seemed disconnected, didn't seem like themselves at all, and then it's just too tall of a mountain for them to climb in the end. But that if I'm Shenandoah Rocket League, I'm taking that game 3 as a big positive. Go back quickly before your second match of the night, because we still have that to play as well.
You do.
So go back and look at that and kind of say what worked for us in that and try and replicate that for each and every game.
Yeah, you're coming into this after you had that big step up, right? So now that the Hornets have a bit more of a breather between this one, they'll be nice and ready for their game against Cleary, and surely will start themselves off on a high note. Before we get there, though, we are going to go ahead and send it to a quick break. We'll be back with Shenandoah taking on Cleary's Rocket League roster in their second game starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. See you in a bit.
wasn't the plan. Don't wanna demand it. I've done what I can. And I never mentioned the times you were rude. And I never mentioned when you hear the truth. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me saying away. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. I don't like to leave things unresolved. Maybe it's madness. I'm begging you, please pick up the call. You're causing me damage. I should've known wasn't your fault. Don't even matter. I wasn't thinking clear, trying to take it there. Scared to lose it all. I won't stand a chance. And I don't wanna fake it. What if I can't walk away? You got me standing in the rain. Hoping I don't make the same mistake. Same mistake. Hoping I don't make the same mistake.
Shenandoah University is a big little university rising.
With 22 Division III sports teams, over 200 areas of study,
Over 300 annual performances, an elite academic esports program,
Nationally ranked health professions programs, one of the biggest university presences on Broadway,
immersive AR and VR learning programs,
cybersecurity and computer science programs, and innovative undergrad and graduate programs.
all at a place that cares for you.
Shenandoah University is the big little university rising. Find out more at su.edu/rising.
We have the Esports Arena right here on campus in Winchester, Virginia, and this facility acts as the hub for all esports activity at Shenandoah University. Students are able to use this space not just for competition and practices, but also as a living learning community and a sandbox for them to come and explore and practice and try out things related to and through esports in the gaming industry so that they're getting that hands-on learning and the skills necessary to help them find a career by the time they graduate. We also have the professional level broadcast production booth where we do all of our broadcasting and production, from casting of our games that we play right here on campus to working with outside entities to record footage for them as well. In addition to the space that we have here in the Esports Arena is the Esports War Room. Our students get to use that space for studying, but also outside projects. So our students get to use this space for professional development and the academic side of our esports program, which is such a critical component to go with that competitive element that we have. So we combine all of our facilities at Shenandoah University with competition, community, and career preparation. We have over 250 days of programming, and there's something for everybody, and we want you to be part of it.
Hand out she holds, it's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Shenandoah Esports Arena here in Winchester, Virginia. Chris Clayton in place for Molly Denz as she prepares for her Overwatch scrims, but I'm still joined by the lovely Will Jenkins because we have more Rocket League action to bring to you today. We did, unfortunately, just witness our Rocket League team go down 3-1 against Montevallo College in their NACE Varsity Premier competition, but not out of it yet, as we have one more series left to watch before playoffs begin.
Yep, yeah. It's going to be a fantastic match tonight. Shenandoah hopefully going to be able to bounce back against Cleary. Definitely a much-needed win, I think, to kind of cap off the season after a tough loss to Montevallo. Let's take a look at the standings that we got here and updated from the last match. So we see Shenandoah now at 1-5. And Montevallo at 2-4. It's Shenandoah kind of looking to maybe, if they win this, overtake Cleary. I don't know how the tiebreakers will work in NACE, but potential to finish a little bit higher than they normally would.
Yeah, you'd certainly like to finish the regular season as strong as possible, right? This is what could be the last game of your season, right, depending on how this plays out. But, you know, this is a team that still has plenty of time, plenty of runway left ahead of them. This is a young team, and so you'd like to see some improvement, some upward momentum going into any future seasons. Not that, you know, you want to completely write off this year or anything, but yeah, just looking to end on a win, end on a positive note, and end the day on a positive note as well.
Exactly, and you could tell looking at the players after that last loss, it was tough. They definitely were feeling good after that game 3, putting up 7 goals, putting up an entire touchdown and an extra point. But and then just to go from that to game 2, where you have a gut-wrenching loss. But Shenandoah hopefully going to be able to bounce back in this one. Kiazi smiling as always. I think that's always a guarantee regardless of the results for that team. And Mango locking in right there. He is ready to go. Give that man some Dr. Pepper and watch him go to work.
Yeah, he is looking refueled, right? Quick little break. They play their Pokemon right up there behind us between series to really unwind and lock back in before their next series. But that's part of the job description, right? At playing at such a high level like this, we're playing against top teams, best of the best in the country. Yeah, teams like Maryville that all of us recognize as being the absolute top of the mountain. And when you're up against competition like that, when you get to call yourself competition against those teams, right, you have to be able to keep up mentally with these teams as well. And that includes being able to shovel off losses, right, not sulk in it too much because, you know, it's not often that they have double headers like this in the same day, right? Usually you have more time to adapt, but circumstances are circumstantial, and we find ourselves here with 2 games. Got to be able to reset, and I have no doubt that they'll be able to come out strong in this second series.
Yeah, as we always say here in the esports program, regain, regroup, get ready for the next one, because whether you like it or not, the next one's going to be showing up. So that being said, I want to go back on the stats a little bit for Mango in that last series. I mean, he had 5 goals. Granted, all 5 of them were from the same game, but still, I mean, absolutely phenomenal by him. And I think the team finds success when he is the most on. Speaking of like his game,
right? Yeah, we've known that pretty much in Mango's entire time being here at Shenandoah, which I believe this is his 5th semester, right? His beginning of his 3rd year. That
I think that's
like
right.
the whole time. Yeah, the whole time he's been here, he has been like one of the primo players on this team, right? He is the guy to watch more often than not, and we can take a look at the stats from this last series, right? It's gonna show more or less what we're talking about, right? This is the guy to keep an eye on, and that raises a lot of questions, and it takes your attention in multiple places because we expect greatness from him, but you also need to be able to lift the rest of your team up, and you expect the rest of the team to be able to play around you. And there's nothing wrong with being the best player on the team, but I shouldn't say unfortunately. At the end of the day, this is a team game, right? Everybody needs to perform, and we saw a little bit of that in the first series, right, with Molly talking about how this team can really succeed if we see Eliminathan specifically really start to show out. The team just starts clicking.
Yeah, it really does, and I think as well, you talked about enabling your teammates. That is one thing Mango has gotten really, really good at, is setting his teammates up for success, as well as seeing the improvement of Kiazi and Eliminate in order to be in those positions and be able to put the ball in the back of the net. So being able to see the growth from this team each year is so nice to see from someone that has seen this team start from nothing and become something. And they've done absolutely phenomenal, and hopefully they'll be able to close out the season with a win.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. And it's worth, you make a great point in terms of growth over these players' time here at Shenandoah, right? It's worth mentioning that Eliminathan is a Smash player.
Was.
It was not here at Shenandoah, but I mean, this is a player that kind of took on Rocket League to play here at Shenandoah and has stepped in big shoes, right? We have now 2 Rocket League teams, as the Academy team was also playing their game today, and Eliminathan is still up in that varsity level, right? He's not there for lack of better options. He has really stepped into his role in this team dynamic, and it's been fun to watch as this team continues to improve, and hopefully will continue that trend over the next couple years.
Yeah, and still plenty of time, as you said, for this team being young, as well as next semester. And so I think really being able to end this year on a positive is going to give them so much more to work on as they get ready to reload and revamp, I guess. I almost said rebuild, but that's not quite right, because they're all going to be back.
Exactly.
At least I assume. Barring some weird coincidence, but they've told they're going to be back. I would put my money on it. So
we did get word that unfortunately our Academy team also unfortunately went down 3-0 today. So all of a sudden the stakes of this game becoming increasingly more important.
Win, please.
We look to walk out today with a win. But we should be getting you into your series fairly soon here against Clear University. I want to talk a little bit about adjustments, right? Going into last series, you had the honor of casting with the Tiny Shiny that.
Always an honor.
That series. What sort of stuff did you see over those games, and especially in that Game 3 explosion of a win?
Yeah, it just seemed like Montevallo had just controlled the pace of the game. Their demos, their boost starving, really being able to force Shenandoah off their usual game, get them uncomfortable. And from there, it just seemed like a completely different team from what we're used to. Then Shenandoah had that mental reset, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, we're back. And scores 7 goals, Mango with 5, and it's just like, and then the very next game, they're back to their ways from games 1 and 2. But I think that's also the nature of Rocket League and how much variance is between each match. Not every match is set in stone. I know that's the case for almost every single sport and esport. But I feel like Rocket League has it, especially everything else is on this level. Rocket League's up here on that because it's just so, and it's so astounding because it's just teams making adjustments in real time, having the opportunity to take a step back and say, okay, what did we do right? What did we do wrong in that match? Let's adjust accordingly. and of course this other team is doing it. So it becomes this giant game of chess between these two teams, and unfortunately Shenandoah just wasn't able to adjust and keep up in that last series.
Yeah, we talk all the time. If any of you at home are able to watch some of our other titles, right? Sometimes I'm up here with my brother Kevin, and we talk about the importance of being able to come out and really set your own tempo and play your game, right? The importance of that in any competitive esports title, and Rocket League is certainly no exception, right? Coming out and being able to set the tempo early, play your game, as we do have a surprise guest from Kiazi. You feeling like a win today?
Yeah.
I love it.
Feeling good.
Yeah, we don't have a microphone for you, but you ready to get into game here soon?
I'm hyped because
here, just take your headset off.
I think they forfeit.
Oh. Wow. We are getting word from
potential.
Kiazi
Potential.
here.
It's not locked in. There we go.
What's up, chat? We're here.
You want to tell the audience what you just told us?
Forfeit inbound from the other team. Potentially.
What happened there? Do we know?
I do not know. I think since this was one of our rescheduled games, they just didn't know it was tonight. So.
Hey, well,
kind of forgot.
Slight miscommunication here, but well, I mean, I'm not sure. Do we need to wait for approval? We're gonna. All right. Well, we're getting word. Excuse me. We're getting word from our production that the forfeit is official. So hey, great shout.
Hey, good win, man.
Way to step in.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do a little bit of a. Well, I guess this doesn't make any sense because you can already hear me. What is the? What do you think adjustments you guys really made from the first match to the second one?
I think the overall feeling of like just being ready for this game, ready for the match. I was super locked in, and I want to just head in strong and just go off the bat. Like, that's how I'm feeling.
That's great. I mean, I'm proud of you guys ending on a win, right? way to bounce back from earlier. Wow. All right. I don't have much more to say.
Hey, appreciate you.
Great stuff today. Well, all right. I guess that will do it for us here at Shenandoah. So, thanks for watching.
See you next time.
Thanks for putting up with us, right? Holding out. Sorry that we couldn't bring you a second series here today against Clear University, but that will do it for our Rocket League regular season. So unfortunately a loss earlier today against Montevallo College, and an academy loss as well, but a forfeit to end the season is technically that upward momentum we were looking for.
A win's a win.
So that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. Be sure to drop us a follow on all of our socials or whatever platform you may be watching on now so that you never miss out on any of our future broadcasts on any of our other games. So be a friend, tell a friend something nice, and we will see you next time.